Hi everyone, my name is Emmy Brown, and I run tutorials for Latin 100 and 200 classes in university, and I also run private tutorials. And one thing I've found in teaching these tutorials is that often the professors will skip over the basic things fairly quickly in order to get to the concepts they want to get to later. And so I'm just going to make this video really quickly just to show you how to recognize which conjugations are which based on the first two principal parts of verbs. I'm going to put up a video later explaining what exactly conjugation is and how principal parts work. But just for now, assuming you know the first two principal parts of a verb, you can really very easily distinguish what conjugation it belongs to. Now, there are 5 conjugations in Latin: first, second, third, third IO, and fourth. So if you know the first principal part of a verb of the first conjugation is always going to end in O. For example, amo. A second conjugation verb is always going to end in AO in the first principal part. For example, video. Third conjugation verbs are always going to end in O in the first principal part, like ago. Third IO verbs are always going to end in IO in the first principal part, like copio. And fourth conjugation verbs are always going to end in EO, just like the third IO in the first principal part, such as in audio. So if you only know the first principal part, it won't always be easy to tell the difference, for example, between a first conjugation verb and a third conjugation verb, or a third IO conjugation verb and a fourth conjugation verb. However, if you also know the second principal part, which is the infinitive, like to love, to walk, whatever, then you can always tell the difference because there's never going to be the same combination. So first conjugation verbs in the infinitive will always end in are. Second conjugation verbs in the infinitive are always going to end in ere with a long e. So for first conjugation it will be amare. Second conjugation will be videre. Third conjugation verbs in the infinitive will always end in ere with a short e, such as agere. Third IO conjugation verbs are always going to end in ere with a short e, like capere. And fourth conjugation verbs are always going to end in ire in the infinitive, like audire. So as you can see, the third IO is sort of a combination between the third conjugation in the infinitive and the fourth conjugation in the first principal part. So if you just use this very basic chart, which you can find down below too in a more visible format, you're always going to be able to tell the conjugation of a verb if you know the first two principal parts. Okay, thanks!